So hello and welcome back to my YouTube page. I know it has been forever since my last post, but I have been going through life. Like, oh gosh, you guys, it's been kind of crazy. But I got quiet a little earlier today and I spoke with God, and I'm just like, dog, like, man, it's been forever. Like, Lord, like, I feel like you want me to talk about something else, but what is it that you want me to talk about? And how do you want me to talk about it? What do you want me to say? And I've been really kind of caught up in the details. But after speaking with him today, he kind of just like let me know, like, Simone, you need to just trust me. Just trust me. Know that I'm calling you to a purpose. Know that I'm calling you to speak, and open your mouth and trust me. So here I am. And what will I be talking about? I'll be talking about trust. So to share a little bit about like my background as far as that is concerned, I'll go on to say that that I've been very, very like independent for my like the entirety of like my life. There's not really much more I can say like past that. I've just been this little independent thing like since maybe between 2 and 4. I've kind of been like set on what it is I wanted to do in life. I've been set like, no, this is the college I want to go to, da 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 da. So I've always been like this huge planner as well. By the time I got saved and my brothers and sisters started letting me know, like, hey, yeah, you know, like, Simone, you've got to give your plans up. Like, if you're planning your life, then you're like living in pride, and you're not like giving God enough room to move, like enough room to really work with you, because you're so stuck on your plans and what you want to happen by the time you're 20, what you want to happen by the time you're da da da. Like, it was just bad. So I'm like, yeah, guys, like, that sounds great. Sure, I'll let go of my plans. Right. And did I? No, I didn't. Only for me to find out that my own plans led me into a ditch. Like, yeah, like it led me into a complete ditch. I planned that like I wanted to be married young. Thank God, like, I didn't go on and like get married. But like that was a part of my plan. I planned that I wanted to go to college out of state, and God completely shut that down. I planned even recently, you guys, I was in a state where I was like fearful, like completely fearful of what was happening next, because I had let go of my plans, but I had gotten to a place as well where I wasn't trusting God. I was just without, like, I guess you would say, like, I was living in a period of like iniquity where I just kind of did whatever I wanted to do. I made myself the God over my life. And again, guys, like, this is after salvation. Like, it was a period where I was completely backslidden. I would actually like go on as far to say that I was completely backslidden for maybe like a year, if not longer. And it only brought me back like much stronger. Is that an excuse to go on and say that, oh, you can go on, live your life in sin, and like God has your back, and like he'll just work it out? No, I'm not saying that. It's not an excuse, but it brought me back stronger than I could have ever imagined. After living in sin and being back at that bottom point where I'm like, God, I don't know what happened, I don't know what I did, but I need your help. Falling on my face and being on my face in prayer for weeks straight. Like, literally, I was in my room, bedridden at one point, so hurt within, so broken as a person, that I was in constant prayer and constant word time and in constant communication with God, because I didn't know where else to turn to. I didn't know what else to do. And here I am. He brought me back stronger, and look, I'm talking with you guys about my life and and things that bother me, and things that are helping me grow. But sorry, I digress. To get back on the topic of trusting, I wanted to go on and say that like our God is such a good God. Like, he's good. Everything about him is good. It's just in his nature, you know, like he's a good dad. And apart from him being God in the sky, yeah, he's actually our father. Like, I know that it gets rough with us as humans, trusting. Like, that's just not something that we naturally do. That's not something that is like a natural response for us, you know? Especially like living in this day and age, everybody's always like, never trust. Nope. I don't put my trust in nobody. Trust nobody. And it's like, dude, like I get that. Cool. Like, yeah, us as humans, like we're faultful, like we full of faults. But when we're dealing with a faultless God, why? Like, why would we want to do anything else but trust him when he tells us constantly, when he shows us constantly that he loves us? When he wakes you up, that's him saying, so-and-so, like you, I love you. I love you so much. And all of his thoughts of us, you guys, are good. Every single thought that God has about you is a good thought. Can you believe it? With all the sin and all the hate that we go on and commit against him, and we never show him any love, that doesn't change his decision of loving us. It has no effect. It has no effect to his love for us whatsoever. And I think that that's absolutely beautiful. And with knowing that like with the sin that's still living in me, even now, like with the sins that I commit in my personal life, that doesn't change his love for me, that makes me trust him all the more. Because it's like, wow, these humans here on earth, like, dude, as soon as you go on and like wrong them once, they're just like, boom, wow, like they cut you out of their life. But with God, it's just like, no, man, I sent my son to die for those sins that you committed. Every sin that you could ever commit, Simone. So what he's saying to me, every sin that you could ever commit, Simone, completely taken care of. Is that an excuse for you to go on and sin? Nah, it's not an excuse, because you don't want to live in that, I don't know, in that prison. Like, living in sin is a prison, and all it does is entice you and seduce you, and it takes you down to the pit of hell. It tries to, I don't know, to pull you away from what I have for you. Again, what he's telling me. And it's just a beautiful thing for me to be like, wow, God, like, it's awesome to know that, I can trust you, because literally every thought you've got of me is good. Every plan you have for me is amazing. It's going to turn out for my good. And everything that I consider to be a trial that I'm going through, or to be like a hard time for me that I'm experiencing, I know that because I love you and because you love me, that it's going to turn out for my good. So I want to encourage someone here, whoever is watching, to trust him, to let go of whatever